days. But we're going to be working on some other aspects as well because they're just as important. Now, who does this work for? This works for any business, any professional, any entrepreneur, consultant, multi-level marketer, brick and mortar, you name it, it works for you. So understand that it works. Whether you're brand new in your industry, whether you're somewhere in between, or whether you're experienced, these strategies will work for you if you put them into play. Okay? If you put them into play. And that's the trick here. You've got to put them into play. So I'm going to actually teach you over the next 5 days how to become the go-to trusted expert professional in your business with video, even if you've never been on camera and you're totally nervous about it.
Are you wanting a kickstart on your business and you want to learn how to be the go-to professional in your industry? Well, guess what? I've got a free challenge for you. It's 5 days of coaching. It's brand new. Just go to KristaMashore.com/client conversion. That's KristaMashore.com/client conversion. And you'll get a free training with me for 5 straight days that's going to help kickstart you as the go-to professional in your industry. So sign up and I'll see you there.
Over the next 5 days, I'm going to teach you how to get excited about it, how to get out of your comfort zone, right? And I'm even going to try to slow down so you can actually hear me when I talk. I'm going to try to slow down so you can hear me when I talk. This will work for you too if you work it. My goal is for you to see that video is the only key for you to becoming the go-to professional. And don't worry, you don't need a fancy degree in video editing. You don't need a bunch of fancy equipment. You just need your cell phone. That's the only thing you need. And remember, I have a master's degree in curriculum and instruction, so teaching people is what I'm really, really good at. Okay? Understand that these trainings are going to last anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. So I want you to block off every single day from 9 a.m. to 10:30 Pacific time, or whatever time that is for you. Okay? I built 2 multi-million-dollar businesses with these strategies, and they absolutely work, and I want them to work for you too. Remember, if I can go from foster home to fortunes, you can as well. This is my coach, Russell Brunson. He is the founder of ClickFunnels. What I'm holding right there, that is a 2 Combo Club award. It means I generated over $1 million in each of those sales funnels. We have got 4 of them, and we have 1 more on its way. My point is that I am surrounding myself with people that are just so good in this space. I've been being coached by Russell for over 2 years now. I know I can help you if you'll do it. Okay? I believe also when I say eat my own dog food, coaching has absolutely helped me go from no one knowing me in the industry to people knowing me. Here's Tom Bayou. I spoke on stage with him, and I show you that. Be on stage with people like Tom Bayou if it wasn't for these types of skills and getting visible and getting known. And here's the thing, you don't care about me, but what I want you to understand is that I can help you. This is how this relates to you. It doesn't matter what I've done or what I've achieved, but what does matter is the fact that I can actually help you. You can learn from me and say, man, it's worked for her in 2 businesses and she's been able to help hundreds and hundreds of people learn how to do this, then it can work for me too. That's the whole goal behind it. Okay? As an agent, I've been in the top 1% of agents nationwide. I'm a 4-time best-selling author, and we have not 4, but 5 2 Combo Club awards. We just haven't received one of them yet. Our funnel generated over $1 million, so we know what we're doing. And here's the deal, everyone. This isn't just by you being here. You're not going to all of a sudden just become rich. You have to actually put the work in. Those kind of results are not typical. You have to actually do the work. However, I am happy to show you exactly what's working for me right now and for my students to generate hundreds of thousands of dollars and leads every single month. And this is free. This training is free, but I hope that you're going to pay attention. Many times people only pay attention to what they pay for. I want you to pay attention to this. Okay, so we're going to learn my secrets, how to grab attention and be seen as the go-to expert, how to break through the resistance of using video in your marketing and finally feel at ease and confident on camera, and how to be seen as the go-to expert in your profession and make more money using video without having to hire a professional videographer. Does that sound like a plan? We excited about that, right? How many of you have experienced ups and downs in your business, right? Like you have business and then it goes away, and that's kind of not so fun, right? When you utilize video, it helps you to be able to not to have the ups and downs. But here's the deal. High energy equals high income. Let me say it one more time. High energy equals high income. I want you to have energy on this training. I want you to show up during this training. Be here. Excuse me. Be present. Okay? Be here and be present. Let me tell you a story. So when the market, I was a teacher who went into real estate, and my first year in real estate, I sold 69 homes myself. All of those, by the way, were buyers. I don't think there was even one seller in all of that 69 homes. So you can imagine how busy I was, right? Learning a new field. And I did really, really well for the first couple of years. And all of a sudden, the market changed and it switched. Luckily, I had been able to predict what the market would be doing. So I had been traveling the country and I picked up 13 different asset management companies and banks. And I became what you will call the foreclosure queen. Okay. I sold my best year in the industry. I sold 169 homes. They were all foreclosures and short sales. That was just me, a transaction coordinator, and an assistant. It was not a big team. So when I'm talking to you about my numbers, it's not like I have 10 people working for me. I was the only licensed real estate agent when I did 169 homes. Things were great. I started doing video back in 2013, talking to people about short sales. Do you know that it cost me over $2,000 to get that video produced? Right? I'll show you a picture of it. So it cost me over $2,000 to get that video produced. And then when I got the video produced, it cost me an enormous amount of money to be able to get that video seen and get exposure to it. I'll show you a video here. You can see how much younger I am. Can you guys still see? Hi, I'm Krista with Homes by Krista. Selling your home is one of the largest financial investments you'll ever make. Be sure to hire a professional who has extensive experience and education.
Krista's professionalism and dedication has been second to none. She always has her best interest in mind. She has sold close to 800 homes in and around the Brentwood area. She has a great education to back all of that up.
If you're contemplating selling, please give me a call. I can assure you that after meeting with me, you'll look no further. Okay, so now the thing about this was that that cost me a lot of money to have that made. All right, a lot of money to have it made, and then I had to pay, I think it was $3,000 a month to have it show at the movie theaters. Now we have access to doing that exact thing. A video like that for pennies to the dollar. Pennies to the dollar. And it's so, so powerful. Let me show you another video. Again, I want you to see that it does not have to be super highly overproduced. Can you guys hear it okay? Can you hear it? Yeah, okay. Hi, Krista, Mashore, Homes by Krista. The selling process. You sold your home. It's in escrow. What happens now? A couple things. First, it's accepted, obviously, from you. You've countered back and forth. Buyers accepted your terms, and now you officially, day one starts the day. Okay, my point here, everyone, is that you'll notice this isn't perfect, right? Here's another one, 2017. Hi, Krista Mashore, Homes by Krista. Right now, we have a really, really low inventory in East County. And what does that mean to you as a seller and as a buyer? Well, if you're a seller, it's great news. Right now, we're seeing multiple offers again, as long as your house is priced right. Okay, so I want you to understand something. You'll see the progression there, but it still isn't perfect. And that's okay. All right. By doing this, just by utilizing this strategy, it's helped me sell over 2,200 homes, be in the top 1% nationally, to be ranked by the 1,000 in the top, 100 real estate agents. I think it was 179 in the world. And I continued to get that type of success based upon these strategies, but I was consistent and I did not stop doing it. Okay. So there are no limits. There's no limits when it comes to this. No limits at all. And trust me, I have done a lot of things wrong. I've made mistakes. I've, messed things up. I've reduced my commission when I shouldn't. I've worked too many weekends and nights when I shouldn't. I've done a lot of things incorrect. But the nice thing is that you're going to learn from me, and I'm going to teach you the things that work and not teach you the things that do not. So after 19 years, we figured it out, and we want to share that with you. I don't want you to have to discover the hard way. I want you to discover the easy way on how to do this, the right way on how this can be done for you. But you've got to be open-minded. All right, so let me ask you a question. Are you open-minded? Are you going to be willing to be open-minded and say, okay, good, I see the hands up. That's right. You've got to be open-minded, right? So let's talk about what being open-minded looks like. All right, open-minded looks like this. When that negative voice comes in that says, I've asked this before, and how many times I've heard in my career, well, Krista, you just do a lot of business because you're cute. I'm like, yeah, you just keep on thinking that. Well, I keep kicking your butt in business because I'm working my butt off and I'm actually implementing new and innovative strategies. But keep thinking that I'm cute. Well, I keep crushing you every year. Okay? I don't want you, thank you, Elise. I don't want you to think that because maybe you don't have as much energy as I do, or maybe because you're thinner, or maybe you have shorter hair, or you're purple, or whatever it is, this will work for you. I don't care how old you are, how young you are, how skinny you are, how heavy you are, none of it matters. It'll work if you work it, but you've got to work it. So we're going to help you with those limiting beliefs, because guess what, everyone? We all have them. We all have those beliefs. I have a hair issue. I've got extensions. This is fake hair that I have. Love my hair. I had to take my hair out about a year ago because it was like falling out because it was so, I'd been having my extensions in too long. My hair was brown, like mousy brown and short, and I felt so uncomfortable. I just did. I kept telling myself, I love my hair. I love my hair. But inside I didn't. I was like doing my positive techniques, but it's still on the outside. I was like, I don't like my hair. I worked through it. I still did it. There are days when I don't feel like having to record a video or having to coach, but I work through it. I talk myself into it. I visualize, I think, I have positive self-talk. Okay? So this is something that if you've ever coached with me before, you know that about this strategy. What you think is, and so I'm going to talk to you about a strategy that you're going to do in a minute, but you all said you're open-minded. So put in the chat right now, I'm open-minded. So what it looks like to be open-minded is as soon as a negative thought comes, won't work for me, or my area is too saturated, I'm too fill in the blank. If it's not a positive statement, that's not being open-minded. When I ask you to do a strategy, don't ask why, you just do. I'm your coach for the next 5 days. I own you. I would say your ASS is mine, but I don't want to offend anybody, but your butt is mine over the next 5 days. What I say goes. Got it? Okay. One thing that my coach tells me is Russell would used to say, Krista, you're a master implementer. I'm like, Russell, I paid you $60,000. I'm going to do whatever you say. I have another coach that I just finished up with. I was paying him $10,000 a month. Let me tell you something. He said jump. I said how high? $10,000 a month is a lot of money. So right now you've got this for free, but I'm letting you know that I have spent over $1 million in my education, and I say hundreds of thousands. It's over $1 million in paying my own coaches, my own trainings. I am obsessed with learning and growth, and I teach what I learn. So you're getting, Fortune 500 company strategies here from the best mentors and coaches and trainers in the world, because I spare no expense when it comes to my education, and that's why I've had the success that I have. Do we understand? So when I tell you to do something, no, I'm not just telling you to do it for the fun of it. I'm telling you to do it because it works. Because it what, everybody? because it works. It works. And those of you right now that are answering me out loud, that is having high energy equals high income. That is being open-minded. That is having natural learning. You're learning, keep it up. It's an hour a day. This will work for you if you work it. All right, remember that number. I love, Lucia, you're so cute. I love that number, what that number means, right? That's just though they picked up that kind of clients just in the 15 days. So imagine if you continue to do that, what will it mean for your life and for your family? I'm all about abundance. So when I talk about wealth and money, I'm talking about abundance in every aspect of your life. Okay, you get what you think is, what you do is. So be open-minded. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I had not been open-minded. Here's Eric. Some of you are thinking, well, Krista, this is not going to work because I'm in a pandemic. Nope. Not only has Krista's coaching helped immunize my business from the coronavirus, it's actually thriving more than it ever has in my 3 years in the industry. January to April 2018 income, this time last year prior to Krista's strategies, in a strong economy, he made $9,500. This year, January to April 2019, post Krista, in a worldwide pandemic, he made almost $55,000, which is a 577% increase year over year. If it can work for Eric, it can work for you. So think about it, what your life would be like if you stopped chasing business. What would it be like? If there wasn't so much ups and downs all the time, what would it mean for you? What if you didn't have to work every single weekend and every single night? Right? What if you didn't have to work every single weekend? What would that mean to you? What would that mean to your business? It would change things. Mm-hmm. And I want you to understand that marketing is attraction. Marketing is attraction. We're teaching you how to attract business and stop chasing it. You are here because I attracted you. I think I've got something in my tooth right now, too, a seed. So if I have a big black thing in my mouth, it's because I'm drinking my soda, my shake. But I attracted you into this in here. That's what I want to teach you to do. Right? It's not like I'm the best professional, I'm the best realtor, I'm the best accountant, I'm the best coach. No, you're going to attract business by having a servant heart. Serving, not selling. Growth equals contribution. Contribution equals growth. The more that you can help and give back to people, the more money you will make, the more abundance you will have, the more wealth you will have in every aspect of your life. That's why I was just telling somebody yesterday that I'm happiest I've ever been in my entire life. Happiest I've ever been. And I have the most amazing marriage. I love my husband more than anything in the world. We just have a great life, but it's because we've created and designed our life. And it hasn't always been that way. I'm in a blended family. So let me tell you, if you know what it's like to be on your second marriage with a blended family, it is hard. Let me just tell you, it's hard. There's been times where I'm like, I want to shoot my whole family, especially my husband right now. And things weren't always so good. And I remember about a year and a half ago, Steve and I were having some trouble. And I was like, why has this been so hard? And I realized it because I was focusing on all the hard parts. I was focusing on all the things that were going wrong. And one day I just said, Krista, practice what you preach. Focus on all the good things. I made a mental note to focus on the good things. And our marriage is magnificent. I am married to my best friend, but I'm telling you, I've created that. And yes, it doesn't mean that it's not hard sometimes. Yes, we fight sometimes. We get on each other's nerves sometimes. But, 95% of the time, 96% of the time, we are pretty dang perfect. But a year and a half ago, tell you what, had I not changed my mindset, we would not be that way right now. Okay? So, I'm 49. So when I was 15, had I not changed my mindset and decided to go on a new path and continue to work on that new path, I would not be where I'm at right now. Okay? So I want to make sure that you are focusing on what you're thinking and what you're saying, because it has everything to do with your success. And that's where we're going to be starting today. We're going to be starting today with our mindset and what we're saying to ourselves. Okay? I want you to think right now, the type of things that you have been taught in your business? What have they told you to do? I want to see it. I want to see every single person telling me whatever. First of all, tell me what your profession is. I want everyone to say, put your profession. I want to see what's your profession. What's your profession? What do you do? I'm gonna read the comments. What do you do for a living? All of them. What do you do? Okay. So we've got a lot of comments. This is great. Good job, everybody. What do you do for a living? Put it in there. I should see everyone typing right now. Okay. Great. What do you do? Okay. So a lot of my videos are amazing. Keep going. All right. So now I want you to tell me, what have they told you to do? What have you been told to do in your business? How have they told you to get new clients? What have you been taught to do? Put it in there, what you've been told to do. Keep going. Make calls, cold calling, for sale banner, mails, prospect. I want to see all of them. What else? Not like probably going to BNI networking events. What have you been told? Networking. Good. Keep going. Mailings. Awesome. Okay. Here's the deal. Keep going. I want to see it all. What I want you to understand is that most of those strategies are outdated and do not work. Okay? They work, but if you were to put a 21st century spin on it, it makes such a massive more impact. Had you followed up those strategies with a strategy behind everyone knowing exactly who you are, you're opening up so much more leverage. But here's the deal. It's not your fault you haven't been taught. You go to school to get your degree, or you go to school to get your license, or whatever it might be, but no one's ever taught you how to be a marketer. They skipped that part. That should be like, you should have to take a year on marketing and exposure so that when you get your credential or your degree or your license, that you can actually have clients and know how to get them. Right now, I see a lot of people that are in real estate here. You can't even hold an open house in most places, and most people aren't going to come. You can't go knock on doors because nobody answers. People are even afraid to touch their mail. Everything you've been taught to do no longer works. You have got to change what you're doing, or you're going to be out of the business. Right? So the good news is that it's not your fault that you've been taught the wrong way because you didn't know. Okay. I love this slide right here, and I cannot wait to show you. So I want you to understand, everyone take a picture of this. Your thinking, the way that you think, your attitudes, your beliefs, your philosophies, that all shapes your actions. Those are your habits, your rituals, your routines. It's how you implement. That creates your life. The results, the success, the growth. Your thinking, your actions is the results that equals your life. So what you think matters. What I think is, what I think am, what you think absolutely matters, right? Put it in there. What I think matters, what I say is. Here's my thinking, just in relationship to money. Money comes easily and frequently in increasing quantities through multiple avenues. Now, here's the deal, everyone. You don't have to think that way, but if you did, don't you think that it would serve you? Because remember, my thoughts rule my actions, become my life. So it's not enough to want it. You have to act. You've got to do. It starts with what you say to yourself every single day. I want you to be aware of what you're saying to yourself every single day. Success is an action. It's not learning. Success comes from implementation and execution and doing it consistently. Doing it what, everyone? Consistently. Consistently implementing. Consistently executing. It's not just learning. It's not just taking classes. It's not just taking a challenge. It's not just hearing about stuff or going to seminars or training. It is about doing. Every single day we've got to do the activities, right? Input equals output. Input equals output. What we put in our brains, what we say to ourselves equals our output. It equals what we get. Okay? No more victim mentality anymore. I don't want to hear things like, No more excuses about the outside indicators, about your life, about reasons why. The economy, better market, less competition, family situation. Quit blaming your mom and your dad. And I say that with love. I was in a foster home, for God's sake. Thank goodness me and my parents were, when I turned 18, I reunited with them. And it's been amazing ever since. We're very, very close. But there's a reason when you run away from home and go to a foster home and juvenile hall. You don't just do it because you're a bad kid. There was issues at home. Okay? I don't blame my family or my parents for anything other than thank you for making me who I am. We remember what Jim Rohn says. It's not the wind that determines our destination. It's the setting of the sail. We all have the same stuff. We all have stuff. And you can keep making excuses about why things aren't working, or you can start taking action. You can get the help that you need. You can believe in yourself. I believe in all of you. I really, really do. You just have to believe in yourself. So one thing you're going to be doing, and if you've done it before, do it again, is you're all going to be grabbing a bracelet, a hair tie, something, okay? And you're going to be putting the hair tie, the bracelet, and it needs to be something that can be easily removed. And you're going to put it, good, Ashley, show me if you've got one. If you don't, go grab one, okay? Don't grab it yet, because I want you to be able to listen to me right now. You're going to be noticing what you say, thank you, Rebecca, over the next 5 days. And I hope this will last way, way longer, because I'll tell you what, when I'm having a rough day, I get my bracelet on and it changes my whole day. You're going to be noticing what you say to yourself. What are your limiting beliefs? What do you keep saying? What do you keep saying? The negative things. I want you to write them down. Okay, write them down. Then, when those negative thoughts come up, you're going to transfer the thought. You're going to say, so for example, it looks like this. I hate doing video. I hate the way that I look. Oh, I just said it's something negative. I love doing video. I love how I look on video. Video is going to help me get more clients. Maybe it's something about your kids. My kids are dry. Homeschooling sucks like crazy. I'm the worst teacher ever. I'm so happy and thankful I have the ability to homeschool my kids. It could be a lot worse. Okay. Oh my gosh, technology is so difficult. I love technology. I love that I'm overwhelmed because it means that I'm growing. When you feel overwhelmed over the next 5 days, thank God that you're overwhelmed, because when you're overwhelmed, it means you're growing and you're learning. If I'm going to be teaching you how to do the same things you already know how to do, I'm no good to you, right? You want to feel overwhelmed. You want to be challenged. You want to get outside that comfort zone. So I want you to all wear a bracelet, no matter what, over the next week. And anytime a negative thought comes, you're going to notice that you did it. I don't care if it's about the way you look, the way you sound, the way you feel, your relationship, your marriage, your work, anything. Abundance, remember, is all about us having a healthy mindset. It starts there, okay? So everyone's going to be wearing a bracelet, and we're all going to be doing this together. We're in this together, all right? Okay. So I want you to keep the commitments to yourself. Why did I make you commit to being here next week on Friday and doing the work? Because when you keep commitments, you build self-confidence, you build self-esteem. You actually build the relationship with yourself, and you trust yourself that you can do it. When you keep commitments, you have more positive self-talk. And listen to this, the prefrontal cortex grows. When you keep commitments, it becomes part of who you are. I want you to keep the commitment. Stop letting yourself down. You don't let others down. Stop letting yourself down. You deserve this. You deserve this next 5 days. Okay? We're kind of running out on time. I'm going to skip that right now. But I want you to think about something. And we're going to do this activity right now and we're going to be finishing here, but I want you to take this very, very serious. Okay? We're going to think about visualization. So Tony Robbins talks about visualizations. But before that, this is a really important slide. Habits. Habit stands for healthy attitudes, healthy beliefs, healthy implementation. Healthy thoughts is how you get success. Take a picture of that. So important. Healthy. What does habit stand for? Healthy attitudes, healthy beliefs, healthy implementation, healthy thoughts is what leads to success. Do you notice there's certain things in there? Attitudes, beliefs, success, thoughts, implementation. They're all so important. Take a picture of that and remind yourself that every single day. Okay. Oh, I love this. There's inside of us, we all have two wolves. There's a tale of this. This is an old Indian tale. And there's a grandmother, and she's telling a story to her grandson. And she says, inside of us all, we all have two wolves that live inside of us, right? There's the one wolf that's always telling you that you're not good enough, that you can't do it, okay? That it's going to be hard. That wolf keeps you in your comfort zone. It's risk, it's scary. It keeps you stuck. It says, oh no, don't. Then there's the good wolf. The good wolf believes in that you can do anything, that you can expand, that you can grow. It wants you to get outside your comfort zone. The good wolf understands that all the good stuff happens outside of your comfort zone. And these wolves are constantly fighting themselves. They're constantly fighting themselves. And the grandson says, well, Grandma, which one wins? And she says, whatever one you feed. Whatever one you feed. In your brain, there is the amygdala and there's the prefrontal cortex. The amygdala's job is to keep you safe and in your comfort zone. It's the one, you have the fight or flight. It's the one that helps you flee. You stay, you don't go. That's its job. The prefrontal cortex, its job is to help you expand and grow and take risks and believe in yourself. Here's the deal about the prefrontal cortex and about the amygdala. Whatever one you use more, it also really grows. I mean, it grows, it gets stronger. So if you use the part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex that says, I can do this, and you keep trying, you don't give up, and you keep pushing, you're going to keep getting better and better. If you use the other one, it's going to get stronger. And here's the deal. It gets harder and harder. As one grows, it gets harder and harder for the other to grow. So if you're living in uncertainty and fear and doubt, it's harder and harder for this one to take over. We want the prefrontal cortex to take over the amygdala. We want the good wolf to take over the bad wolf. Do you understand? Whatever one you use grows. It all starts with our thoughts and our actions. Our actions come after our thoughts. Okay, so beliefs have the power to create and the power to destroy. Human beings have the awesome ability to take any experience of their lives and create a meaning that disempowers them or one that can literally save their lives. Tony Robbins. Okay? Remember, you get what you think. Believe in the possibility and the outcome. Get rid of those beliefs that are hurting you. In most of our cases, our most limiting factor is ourselves. We've got to believe that we can do it. We've got to believe in ourselves. We've got to believe it's true. And then our beliefs are going to help shape our reality. Here's the deal, everyone. You don't know the difference. Your brain does not know the difference. This is a scientific fact. Your brain does not know the difference between what you think and what truly is. Muhammad Ali, he used to see himself making the punch before he did it. Jim Carrey used to hold it. He had a picture of $1 million check that he wrote himself. $10 million. It was $10 million. Yes, for Dumb and Dumber. He had a $10 million check for Dumb and Dumber. He had that check while he was living out of his car and driving around Hollywood and looking at, seeing himself living in these beautiful houses. Michael Jordan would see himself making the shot before he ever took it. Your mind does not know the difference. This is a fact. According to research, using brain imagery, visualization works because neurons in our brains, those electronically excitable cells that transmit information, interpret imagery as equivalent to a self-life action. When we visualize an act, the brain generates an impulse that tells our neurons to perform the movement. This creates a neural pathway, clusters of cells in our brains that work together to create memories or learned behaviors. That primes our body to act in a way that is consistent with what we imagined. All of this happens and occurs without actually performing the physical activity, yet it achieves a similar result. What I want you to understand is that your brain does not know the difference between what you're thinking and what you're doing. Our thoughts become things. What we think is. Remember, what we think becomes our actions, becomes our life, period. So ask yourself, who are you surrounding yourself with? What are they saying? What are you saying? Because that's your life. We all know people that everywhere they go, they get their plate comes out and it's got a dirty Band-Aid in it and it's last, they give them the wrong food and it's like everything happens to these people. I have a friend like that and we don't hang out with him very often because I know that I don't want him affecting me. People bring about those things. I hear people telling me all the time, Krista, you're so lucky and everything just seems to come so easy to you. Well, I forget the fact that I was in a foster home, a group home, juvenile hall. I haven't always had easiness. You know about my first marriage, right? I get a call one day. This is when I wasn't married to my wonderful husband, Steve, and I thought I was happily married. And I get a call one day from my one of my friends from college, and she says, "Hey, I'm in Napa, and I saw your husband here." And I said, "Yeah, he's golfing." And she says, "Well, no, Krista, he's being intimate with another woman. I saw him being with another woman." And I remember just like with my kids, I was actually with my daughters. They were little, and we were at breakfast with all my best friends, and our kids were, it was your most perfect Saturday morning. Our kids were running around. They were having a good time. My phone rings. I was in real estate. I shouldn't have answered it. And all of a sudden my perfect Saturday morning turned into the ending of my family and my marriage. And so on the way home, these thoughts in my head were like, why would he do this to me again? It had happened before. You know, everything we have together, oh my goodness. All I could think about at that point was survival and keeping my kids intact. And quite frankly, me keeping my kids safe and sound in our houses is what helped me sell 69 homes that year. We had just bought in a brand new house. I had just left my full-time teaching job to be a stay-at-home mom and to play real estate part-time because my daughter had been sick. And next thing you know, I got to go into full-blown real estate mode because I had to drain bank accounts, no husband, 2 kids in a brand new home. Okay. It took work. So it hasn't always been easy, but I created the life that I had. I remember sitting in my kitchen. It was Thanksgiving, and the new girlfriend came to pick up my daughters driving my car. So she was driving my car. She comes to pick up my 2 daughters. This is a true story. Who even does that, right? She comes, knocks on the door. It's just the new girlfriend to pick up my babies in my car. And I remember sitting there at Thanksgiving because my family are Jehovah's Witnesses. They don't celebrate holidays, so I was by myself. 2 bottles of wine in. I'm like bawling for hours. I look outside to this blank slate. It was just all dirt because we had just bought in the new home and they don't fill the backyards. And I remember thinking, I got to make some changes, man. I can't just keep sitting here crying. I got to figure this out. And I told myself, I'm going to turn that backyard into all those weeds and dirt is going to be a beautiful backyard, a pool. I visualized it. I wrote it out, and I'm going to have a big slide. Like I just changed my mindset. And yes, it was hard. I'm already pretty thin. I weigh 125 pounds right now. I was under 100 pounds. That's how sad I was. My family was broken up. I was devastated, right? But I knew I had to go on for my kids. So I visualized in my mind, I wrote it out, did my dream board, what I call it as a wealth map. We're going to make one today. And I just wrote it out. And within a year, I had built the most amazing, gorgeous backyard. And my kids had the best memories there, right? But at the time, I didn't think that it was possible until I created it. So anything is possible for any of you. And there was a reason I was going on that. My point is that I believed and I kept acting. And yes, there was days where I wasn't happy inside. I made myself. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine right now in your mind that it's the end of our challenge. Okay, it's the end of our challenge. And you're going to write down right now what it is that you want to get out of the challenge. What do you want to walk away with? Okay, so we're all going to do this right now. And we're going to be a little bit later today. I know it's supposed to usually end around 10:15. We're probably going to go closer to 10:30 today. I don't want to lose any of you. If I do, I want you to go back and do this activity, okay? But because you have to understand something. It's your responsibility to get exactly what you need. So I want you to put it on paper. The 5 days is up. Act as if it's the end of the challenge. It's over. I want you to write down what you've gotten out of the challenge. What'd you get? Okay, write it down. I should see everyone writing. Shelby, I don't see you writing. Shelby Colton, right. You're quick. You're so quick. You're like, I know exactly what I need. I love that. I am too. Okay, now, good job. Thank you, Nikki. Now I want you to know you are the only one responsible for creating the life that you deserve. Say that one more time. You are the only one responsible for creating the life that you deserve. Back in my manifesto. It says it right here. Where's it at here? I know it by heart, but it's in our manifesto. I know that I'm the only one responsible for creating the life that I deserve, and I am. Okay? It's in our manifesto. You're responsible, so I want you to create it. I want you to create what it is that you need to get out of it and make it happen. Okay? Now, you may have done this with me before again, and that's okay. We're doing it again. Repetition is mastery. Mastery is repetition. Let me say that one more time. Mastery is repetition. Repetition is mastery. You never start. You learn, you implement, you master, you repeat. You learn, you implement, you master, you repeat, because there's more that you can improve on in every aspect of our lives. Okay? So number one, we know that this week we're keeping our mindset tacked. Anything we think about is only going to be positive, but I want you to think about what has been holding you back. What's been holding you back? And you don't have to do this now, but I want you to write it down. That one of your activities today is going to be to write down your limiting beliefs. So basically what you're going to do is, let me show you, hold on here, is you're going to get a piece of paper. And I want it on paper because you're going to burn it, okay? You're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to write down your limiting beliefs. Okay. So, what are your limiting? What are you telling yourself? Are you saying things like, "I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too new. My hair's too short. I don't have any hair." Right? I can't. Technology doesn't come easily to me. You're so cute, Richard. Technology doesn't come easy to me. It's hard. It's too late. My market's too saturated. I don't know enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not confident enough. What are you saying to yourself? I want you to write them down here. Write them down. Maybe it looks like old. Maybe it's young. Maybe you think you're too heavy. Big nose, whatever it might be. What are those things? Doesn't have to all be appearance. That just comes to my mind easily, right? It might be like, I'm not likable. I'm not confident enough. I don't have enough energy. Then I want you to say the opposite. What's the opposite? The opposite of I'm too old is people are going to be attracted to my wisdom. Because of my age, I have a lot more wisdom. Now I'm young. People are going to be attracted to the fact that I have a lot of energy and I'm innovative. It's all what you say. Remember we talked about the fact that statistically, only 30% of you, after committing and promising and saying you're going to be here, 30% of you will not be here, or 70% of you will not be here on Friday. Do you know that we're getting that number to go up and up? It's closer to 60% now, which is good because I make people commit. And now I video it. So I can show you that you committed. Right? So I want you now to put what the new belief system is. Then you're going to burn the old one. And as these things come up this week, you're going to remind yourself, those beliefs are burned. What happens to ashes? They go away. Now, some of you might be thinking, Krista, this is impossible. It's not going to work. You can think that, but wouldn't it be better for you if you believe that it can? Scientific research shows that our brain does not know the difference between what we say and what we do. So if we keep saying, I'm never going to have enough money, I'm never going to be able to do this, it's too hard, I don't believe in myself, it's not going to work, guess what? You're right. Whether you say you can or you say you can't, you are 100% right. So let's say we can. It's much more conducive to our success and having an abundant life that we believe that we can. Okay? I also want you to, and this is so important, is that when you get to a level of life where you can start contributing more, do you know that that's where all of your growth happens? That's where you're really going to build the most massive amount of wealth. So many people, especially in real estate, and I don't know why this is, that realtors are afraid to, they think they don't want anyone to know what they're doing. They don't want to tell anybody. Oh my gosh, they're going to steal my clients. That is a very non-abundant mindset. And it's not true. I have people here from my own city in this call. I've wrote a book, Sell 100 Homes a Year, and I've written a brand new bestseller, The Ultimate Digital Marketing Playbook. Every single thing that I teach and do is in that book. Am I going to still sell over 100 homes this year? Yes, I am. And I only work on my business about 5% of the time because I coach the rest of the 95% of the time. Okay? It hasn't hurt me. You know what it's done? It's helped me. Growth equals contribution. Contribution equals growth. So there's a few things that you learned from today. One is that we need to really, really watch our mindset. Number two is, what are the limiting beliefs that we're telling ourselves? And number three is, I want you to remember, sell, not serve. The more you give, the more you receive. That's not why we give, but the universe brings it back to us. When you give more, the universe gives you more. So go out there and help your community, help people. And again, I'm not asking you to do anything that I'm not doing. Everything that I ask people to do, I absolutely do. Everything from taking a challenge. Want to know why I did that 75-day challenge? Because I wanted to be able to tell people that took my challenge, I just did a challenge that was 75 days. And I made a commitment that no matter what, I wouldn't miss one activity, not one time. You also had to drink a gallon of water a day. There was plenty of times at 11:45 at night, I was guzzling 40 ounces of water or going on my second workout at 11:30 p.m. Or I woke up at 3 a.m. to do my first workout because I knew I was coaching from 8 till 6. And I had to get 2 workouts. I did whatever it took. Why? Because I don't want to sit here and be a coach that doesn't do the things they teach. Now I can look at you and say, and I take pictures every day. I documented it. Way harder than what you're doing here. Okay? And I'll tell you, that was an amazing challenge. And I really, really, really do want to help you. Right? There's weird people in the world that just like, that's, we all have different love languages. My love language is, number one, I like to be told, Krista, you really helped me. I'm like, yeah, I get excited, right? So whatever that is, I think it's the words of affirmation. I like those. But I get excited when I see people succeed. That's why I was a teacher. I have a master's in education. I was a 3rd grade teacher for 6 years. Teachers like to help people. They just do. Okay? So know that. And know that I can only help you if you actually do the work. I can't help you if you don't do it. You got to actually do it. All right. So part of our job right now is understanding exactly where we want to go. So desire is what helps you get there no matter what obstacles come in your way. Look back at your why, and your why is what fuels your desire. Let me ask you a question. The year that I went through my divorce, and I had a 2-year-old and a 4.5-year-old. And my husband left me with a brand new house and empty bank accounts. Do you think that it was easy? In fact, Cynthia, you're on this call. You remember how skinny I got? Looked horrible. It wasn't easy. But I mapped out my vision, what I call a wealth map, and it helped get me there because you've got to know where you're going. You've got to know why. This isn't a cheesy, crazy exercise. I remember I sat in a real estate conference about 6 years ago, and I was with other people in my area, and I brought them to this conference with me, and they had us write out our goals. They said, write out your goals. And they said, put a money number down. Write down a money number. And I wrote $2 million. Hi, baby. Something real quick. Okay, for that. Make your choices when no one's looking. Always have integrity. Don't be on that phone, okay?
I'll be right back.
Love you. Don't be on the phone. I wrote down $2 million. Everybody around me was like 50,000, 100,000. I remember I almost erased my $2 million because I thought, wow, everyone else is like, maybe I did too much. I should do less. And I remember just started to go erase it. And I was like, nah, I know that big goals require big actions. Big goals require big actions. And I just chose to up my game. I've had more than a $2 million a year. We did 7.4 million in 2 years. So we've had almost $1 million a month before. In real estate, my best month ever was $360,000. In 1 month, it was like 363, something like that. But in 1 month, as a teacher, guess how much I made in a whole year? $60,000 a year with a master's degree. And 6 years, I only made $60,000 a year. Do you think that this teacher thought that that was ever possible to make that in a month? Yes, she did. Okay, yes. That's why I didn't erase the $2 million. You got to believe it. Why would a foster home or juvenile hall kid, why would I think that? Because you get what you think, and I've practiced and studied this. And I'm obsessed with it. Obsessed with personal growth and development. I'm obsessed with helping you. Okay, so now we're going to get to what your challenge is for today. Now, some of you are going to be saying, well, Krista, this has nothing to do with video. It has everything to do with video. It starts here. I've got to get you to see where you want to go. So you're going to be creating your own wealth map. Okay, you're creating your own wealth map. And I didn't have time to put it there this morning, but when I talk about wealth, I want you to talk not just about money. Wealth to me is spiritually, financially, within your relationships, yourself. I want you to write out what your life is going to look like. And then I want you to start acting it. What's your life look like? Remember, first, number one activity, what are your limiting beliefs? Then you're going to take the limiting beliefs and you're going to make them the new beliefs. Okay? You're going to restate these things that have been holding you back. These things that you keep telling yourself are keeping you from greatness. Restate them. That's the first activity. It's not on our sheet today. You know you're going to all wear your bracelet. Secondly, you're going to be building out your wealth map. Your wealth map, we're going to talk about family, finance, okay, spiritual, and that doesn't have to be religious. It could be spiritual, it could be religious, it could be whatever your spiritual is, okay? Health, mentally, okay? Fun and hobby, and philanthropy. I've got a sheet that I'll give you that has all this on there. But I want you to remember, growth equals contribution. Contribution equals growth. The more you serve, the more you will sell. Okay? Growth equals contribution, which is going to bring us to a part of our activity that you're going to be doing today. Okay? Remember, you need to understand if you keep doing what you did yesterday, you're going to have the same result. You need to be doing something different to get a desired outcome. That's what this is all about. Let's just watch this real quickly here. We're almost done.
I wanted to thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for all the hard work. I'm implementing what you're teaching, and I know I'm one of your quieter students, but I'm busy putting all these things into action, and it has changed my career. I've seen exponential growth, and I couldn't have done it without your guidance. I'm one of those that just tell me what to do and I'll do it and I'll trust the process. And I just drank the Kool-Aid and we've just been doing everything. I believe you when you say it takes 2 years to implement all this stuff. And I just am forever grateful. I could almost cry, but you have been a gift at the right time. And so thank you. Maybe on your lowest days, you can remember the impact that you had on me.
Okay, so here's the deal. In order for this to work, you have to do what? You have to do it, okay? Growth equals contribution. Contribution equals growth. I want you to remember that over the next couple of days. So here's what you're going to do. Your challenge today is going to be there's 3 things. You've got to do the limiting beliefs, new beliefs. You're going to burn or rip up the old beliefs. If you're afraid of fire or you live in a place that's really hot, don't burn. Rip them up, okay? Then you're going to write out your abundance map. Your abundance map is your life. Take a picture of this too. Everyone take a picture of this right now. I should see everyone's camera taking a picture of this right now. This will also be on the Facebook group. I want you to be super laser specific about what it is that you are supposed to be doing. Okay? And then you're going to go live and invite your community to the challenge. Why? Because I want you to get the idea of what it's going to feel like to start helping other people. I want to help other people. The more people I can help, the more that you can give back to your community. This will help other professionals. And today is day 1, so it's the only day that we can do this. So you've got to do this today. Remember, you committed to doing all the activities. So number 1 is limiting beliefs. Number 2 is write out your abundance map. Number 3 is go live and invite your community to the challenge. Why am I having you do it live? Because it's your first step. Many people don't know what to say. What do I say? What do I say? You're going to say, I am in a challenge right now on how to grow my business and gain exposure. I'm in Krista Mashore's Client Conversion Accelerator Challenge, and you should join. It's amazing. Today's the last day you can join. It's free. Come join with me. Now you're going to help other people in your community. The more you serve, the more you sell. Growth equals contribution. And you're going to start doing live video. Some of you are going to be scared. Some of you are going to be uncomfortable. Some of you are going to be nervous. Guess what? You still got to do it. Okay? Still got to do it. Not difficult. So I'm going to put it back up here. Take a picture and remind yourself, you all committed today. Where are you going to be tomorrow? From 9 to 10:30 or 9 to 10:15. You're going to be here. What are you going to do today? You're going to do the activities. You're going to do what you absolutely have to do today, not tomorrow. Here's the thing, everybody. It does not work if you do 5 activities in a day. Focus on the good. Yes, Ashley. It doesn't help if you do 5 things in a day. You want to do them the day that they come. That's how people have seen the most success. Do you hear me? I want to read to you one last thing before you go. I want you to understand my vision and my personal manifesto. I'm a loving, loyal, supportive wife, mother, and friend. I am a philanthropist. I'm the #1 trainer in the world. I speak at conferences across the country and have trainings with thousands of people. I am a leader. I positively affect every life that I touch. I make a difference in the world. I uplift and upbuild those around me. I help others achieve more in life and have more financial freedom and time. I am building community market leaders across the country who make an impact on their communities and who are go-givers. I am a $1 billion company. This is why I do this. Because I can't help you create more financial freedom and time or make an impact on your community and be a go-giver if I don't teach you. So when you go and you do a live and you invite other people, you're helping me make a bigger impact on your community, and you are making a bigger impact on your community. Do you get it? Okay. Limiting beliefs, I want them burned. New belief system, I want to see them around your house. Where do I want to see them? Around your house. Put them on sticky notes. Put your new belief system. Show your kids. Show your partner. Put them around the house. What are those, Mom and Dad? That's my new belief. That's me being a badass. I'm awesome. Okay, that's me. Put your beliefs around the house. Then you're going to create your wealth map. The wealth map, there'll be a sheet that will help you do this. Okay? And lastly, you're going to go live. Yes, live. Yes, live. You can do it. Take a big thing. Don't worry, all you need is your camera. Everyone has one of these, right? Everyone has a camera. Grab your camera. Hit live, make sure there's no underwear, dirty clothes in the background, and go for it. You've got this. This is day 1 of you getting comfortable on video. You can do it. And the second that, what I'd recommend, doing that right now. Why? Because you'll be done. And then you're going to feel like, you're going to feel good. Success breeds success. The more that you can get the hard things done first, the more successful you'll be throughout the day, the more energy you will have. Get the heart, eat that frog. There's a book about it. Get the things you don't like to do done first. Eat that frog, right? I love that book. So go live. I'll share it again. So when am I going to see all of you again here? Tomorrow, right, everyone? Tomorrow, there'll be something about your abundance map that I'll be putting on the Facebook group. Here's your challenges today. Get excited, be helpful, invite your community to do this with you. There is a study called the Change or Die study. This is a crazy study. So the Change or Die study, basically, they took people that were going to die. So they didn't stop eating or drinking or exercising or whatever it might be. The doctors told them that they would die. Well, after a year, 90% of people went back to their old lifestyle, would rather die than change. 90% of them. However, there was another group that had coaching, accountability, and support. There was like-minded people. At the end of the year, you're 7 times more likely. 77% of those people made the change because they had the coaching, the accountability, and support. If you would rather die than change, you can only imagine how important it is to have a success, accountability, and support from like-minded people. If you get it in your community, it will help you. You'll be more successful. Plus, you're going to be helping other people in their business. And right now, the world needs this. Every business owner, every professional right now needs this more than ever. All right. Okay, everyone. So you've got your duties, you've got your challenges, a little bit more than normal. Should not take you, I want you to take the wealth map serious. It might take you an hour. It might take you 2. You're not going to bed till it's done. It might not. The more specific and clear that you are, remember, the brain does not know the difference between what we think and what we see and visualize and what the outcome is. We're training your brain right now to get you the things that you want. Be very specific. How much money, right? How can you quantify that? Okay. How do you want to feel? Quantify it. What does your family look like? What does your relationship look like? What does your business look like? All of it, all right? Okay, everyone. So people are trying to get in right now, and we're ending. So we're ending. Don't forget, this is also live in the Facebook group. You can go back and watch it again. If you want to invite people in your community, we'll make sure that we get them registered. If for whatever reason they can still register later on, we can get them in the next one. We'll help make a difference for them as well, okay? You guys are going to do great on this. You ready? Okay, unmute yourselves, everybody, and say, we're doing this. We're so excited. Yay!
We're doing this. We're so excited.
Yes, and we're so excited.
We're so excited.
I'm
excited for you. I'm so excited for you.
I'm excited.
Get your bracelet.
Yep.
Thank you, Krista.
You're welcome. I'll see you all tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Thank you.
Krista. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye,
Krista. Be with you today.
Bye. And Marie, jump off and jump on, okay?
Okay.
Hey there, I have a brand new podcast called Fired Up with Krista Mashore, where I bring my high energy right to your ears. This podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So do me a favor, go subscribe and leave a review. All this information is free and I cannot wait to teach you everything I know. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.